Ku ssaawa 11:08 omulambo bw'omubiri gw'omugenzi General Elite Mwine gutuuse e Kazo gy'agenda okuziikibwa. Ab'enganda ab'emikwano bagwaniriza mu kiyongobero era nga batandise okumukungubagira erudde eyo. Omusasi waffe gy'ali era ojja kubaawo bifuna butereevu ebiri erudde eyo. Nkubuuzaako gyonna gy'otusizaako engalo olunaku olwaleero. Nze Marion Nakitene na Yusufu Senyomo wali ku lulimi olw'obubonero. Tegeeza tanatweyungako nti tutandise UBC leero. Nja kutandika n'emboozi esooka kantandike n'omukulembeze w'eggwanga Yoweri Kaguta Museveni yeegasse ku bannayuganda abalala okukungubagira n'okusiima omugenzi General Elite Mwine olw'amaanyi g'atadde mu kutebenkeza eggwanga. Museveni omugenzi amwogeddeko ng'omuntu eyatamwa ekikyamu n'ayitirira asekeredde abo bonna aboogezi naddala nga bayita ku mikutu gimukwanira wala abasekerera okufa kwa General Elite Mwine. Bano babadde mu kukungubagira omugenzi wali ku kisaawe Kololo era ng'omukungubazi omukulu abadde omukulembeze w'eggwanga Yoweri Kaguta Museveni n'abakungu abalala beetabye mu kukungubagira wamu n'okujjukira ebirungi omugenzi byakoze mu kisaawe Kololo. Abamu ku beetabye ku mukolo ogwo kubaddeko sipiika wa paalamenti n'abakungu abalala.
Members of UPDF, members of the diplomatic corps, n'abakungu bazimwena abaze okukungubaga. First of all, I express on behalf of the NRM, of the UPDF, of the country, condolences to the family of General Elite Mwine, to the widow, to the children, and to the family members. I accept our heartfelt condolences. Secondly, unfortunately, we have also lost some other people. We lost one of our traditional chiefs in Busoga, Gorogoro, who was the chief of Chiguru. They told me about him the other day. We have also lost the Honorable Yonaka, who was a minister in the UPC government, but between 1971-79, he was one of our contacts in Nairobi. He was not a fighter, but he was a contact. I used to pass by his office in ex-Telecom House in Nairobi. So I asked the mourners to stand up and observe a moment of silence for the late Yonaka Nyomozi, whom I came to know this
Weewaawo ate ku ssaawa 11:08 eza leero ennyonyi ya UPDF ebadde esitudde omubiri gwa General Elite Mwine etonye ku kisaawe ky'essomero kya Rwemikoma Model School mu disitulikiti ey'e Kazo. Wano ab'enganda ab'emikwano ne b'ofiisi ab'enjawulo bamwaniriza mu kiyongobero. Oluvannyuma omubiri gwe guteereddwa mu mmotoka etambuza abafu eya UPDF ne gutwalibwa ku kyalo omukulu ab'enganda gye bategese okumukungubagira. Weewaawo ate enkumi n'enkumi z'abakungubazi beegasse ku bannayuganda okukungubagira wamu n'okwebaza omutonzi olw'obulamu bw'omugenzi munnamagye General Eli Tumwine ku mukolo ogubadde mu kisaawe Kololo wano mu Kampala. Buli mukungubazi aweereddwa omukisa oba akazindaalo okwogera ku mugenzi amutendereza olw'obumalirivu era ng'ono abadde ayagala nnyo mu Katonda n'eggwanga lye okutwalira wamu nga yatuuka n'okuwaayo obulamu bwe okulwanirira aminunula.
Twenda kugurira ngo ere enyonyi twenda abaana biyashomesa tukakora purani aza purani egi gumeho bantu tugurira ntugere enyonyi egume mutware nk'uko twenda kugigurira ngo eri mureke bambe tugurira ntugere enyonyi egume muhe n'akasere muto mu nteza zireba gariki.
I thank God so much for the life that He gave Daddy. I personally believe, and I told him that, Daddy, you have lived a long life of riches and honor, like the Bible says, because you are a righteous man. I personally admire Daddy so much for his brave character. How he always used to tell us he was ready to die, and he would make fun of us being scared of death, especially me and Mommy. Me, anytime. God forbid. Daddy was so much fun, a very fun man. We've seen his videos of him dancing in this compound that are going viral. That was Daddy on a normal day. He would, he was so humorous. He would try to catch up with the trends, even of our age. Hi. He was just so funny.
My mentor was him. He was my afande. He was my commander. And one of the things that I will never forget, I used to love him whenever he was in his combat. He was one of the smartest. I think one of the army officers who can try to keep up his smartness is General Coretta, but the rest he beats them up. Let it be the president himself. But that's what I liked about Daddy.
Abatine corruption yon abakumugamba nibamugamba mbasasire nabo tubakubimanye ni politics at politics ino kintu cyoki nyomba sasira ba media mbasasire bambe bagamba tubakubimanya mbasasire kandi mukarokoka ki.
I know they've talked about all the beautiful aspects of Daddy and how he was sometimes not simple. But for me, recently I looked at it and I said that not being simple was just because he was so passionate. He was passionate about the things that he loved, all the things that he thought about. Daddy was such a philosopher that every morning there's a new philosophy. So you see life now. Every morning, what have you thought about today? Now let me tell you what I think about. When we were in the hospital in Nairobi, when we were praying for him, one of the things that we were convicted about was to seek forgiveness on his behalf. So to ask God to forgive him of everything and that he did knowingly or unknowingly that was wrong, and just seek forgiveness so that he is on a clean slate. And I also wanted not to only do it with God, but with everyone here. In case that he wronged you in a way, please forgive him. He forgave you. If you also wronged him, he forgave you. He forgave you, he forgave you. He talked about forgiveness so much towards the end. And I don't know for people who went for functions that he was at, he talked about how he even forgave a mosquito. So, if he can forgive a mosquito, how much more a human being? Yeah?
You get the social media, you get the winers and the diners and the celebrants all celebrating the death of an individual. But know ye all lumpens and comparadors that the spirit of Tumwine is never going to die. Never. If Nganda, Honorable Nganda, is seeing and listening, Tumwine cannot be known by the job he did as a Minister of Security. You don't kill a policeman and you say, he has said you kill somebody. In Uganda, you will also die, incidentally, because we will also die.
Weewaawo emboozi eyo ebadde ekwata ku b'enju y'omugenzi wamu n'abaana aba General Edith Muine nga beetonda olw'okulwa kitaabwe eri oyo yenna gwe yakosa mu kumanya ne mu butamanya ng'akyali mulamu. Bano bategeezezza nti kitaabwe atuuse okufa ng'asonye buli omu eyamusobya. Babadde bakungubagira omugenzi mu maka ge e Nakasero olunaku olw'eggulo. Kakati ebyo nga tubitadde wabbali, kyo ekibiina ki Forum for Democratic Change kikungubagidde General Edith Muine eyavudde mu bulamu bw'ensi eno ku Lwokuna lwa Ssabbiiti ewedde. Nga boogerako ne bannamawulire ku kitebe kyabwe Najjana Nkumbi John Kikonyogo, amyuka omwogezi w'ekibiina ki FDC atenderezza omugenzi olw'ettaffaali lye yateeka ku kununula eggwanga lino era n'asaba abavubuka okumuyigirako naddala eby'ebirungi by'alese akoze.
Ku Lwokuna lwa Ssabbiiti ewedde munnamagye General Edith Muine kati omugenzi yava mu bulamu bw'ensi eno nga n'okutuusa kati eggwanga likyamukungubagira wamu n'okujjukira ebyo ebirungi byakoledde eggwanga. Ekibiina ki FDC nakyo kyegasse ku ggwanga okukungubagira omugenzi ne bamutendereza olw'ettaffaali eddene lyalese ng'okununula eggwanga.
Oba olina ekintu kyoyagala olina okukirwanirira, ate tera ajja kirwanirira ku lulwo okuggyako ggwe. General Muine bwe yagendera mu nsiko yali asomye bulungi nnyo ng'alina degree alina diploma, ne wadde yabirina ng'era muvubuka muto era nga talina namutawana kunoonya mulimu kuba mulimu gwaliwo. Miseera ebyo gavumenti ezaaliwo wadde zaalina obuzibu ne security n'atiisa emirimu gyaliwo era n'ennyumba bajja mmuwa naye ekitunuulira okusinza Uganda gye yali eyagala kyali tekimala, n'abiteeka ku bbali n'agenda n'asalawo n'agamba kangende nnwanirire kyenjagala gavumenti gye njagala okubeera mu weeneebeera.
Olw'ebyo byalese akoze ebirabibwako, Kikonyogo asabye abavubuka okuyigira ku General Eli.
Omusajja yalina buli kimu kyandibadde asobola okufuna mu biseera ebyo naye yabirekawo n'agakagenda ennwanirira ekinene, era kyeyafuna ekinene tiyafuna kya bwereere yateekamu. N'abavubuka b'ennaku zino mulina okulaba nti oba olina kyokkiririzaamu kirwanirire okulaba nti okifuna. Mba oyagala eggwanga eddungi tera jeddi kuwanga ddungi agutulirwaniridde ntijaggwanga bweriti Tumwine yakibalaga wano namwe kyemba mukola olwaleero temu aiming a low aim low era ojja kufuna katono kye tulina okuyiga mu basajja bano baali bato ne bagenda balwanirira ekintu ne batuuka mu bukulembeze.
Wano Kikonyogo wasinzidde n'asaba gavumenti okwongera okutumbula ebyobulamu mu ggwanga era n'abasaba bayambeko bonna bekikwatako okulaba nga bazimba eddwaliro ery'omulembe liyambeko okujjanjaba endwadde ez'ekika ekyo.
FDC lwetwayogera wano ne tusaba nti gavumenti yabadde tuyamba mutebire mu biseera ebyo naba nga yasembeeyo okufiira ebweru wa Uganda. Naye mukiraba wano Tumwine bangi nnyo bagoberedde abafiiridde ebweru Mutebire, Olanya, Pekosi, Bamayombo bonna bafiira bweru wa ggwanga. Naye bafiira ebweru wa ggwanga lwaki? Kubanga wano ewaabweka Batumwine balwanira batereeze ensi ebyobujjanjabi bibalemye. Ffe nga FDC tubasaba abasigadde nga bakyali balamu wakiri mwekolere eddwaliro eryammwe ffe tuleme kujja mu ddwaliro lyammwe nga bagagga mwekolere eryammwe libeerewo wakiri sevige sente z'amafuta agabatwala ebweru mugayire eddwaliro lyaffe lyakutujjanjaba mufune badoctors bano bonna bonna abali Agakani South Africa gye babatwala bonna bannayuganda basinga obungi 50%.
Irene Faith Nantongo, Juma Nsamba, Enajjana Nkumbi.
Omwoyo gw'omugenzi Mukama agulamuze kisa dakiika 19 zeganye essaawa emu ey'akawungezi. Mpumulamu nkomawo n'ekitundu ekyokubiri nkusaba tosegoka.
Shashurira esimu y'ekirooto kyawe mpola mpola. Yitungire esimu y'ekirooto kyawe eriizooba aha sente nje okutandikira aha 14 na data y'omwaka gwona ya busha. Rero oshashure mpola mpola noshashurira omwaka gumwe nizishanga mu MTN Service Centers no mu maduuka ga M-Kopa.
Leaders who care create a good learning environment.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Oh, they look nice.
Thank you, honey.
Yo!
You guys gather, it's going down.
Gather! Gather!
Yo!
I tell you what.
Yo! Airtel is giving you bigger data bundles for the same price. Dial *175# to choose from our range of bigger Chillax bundles that don't expire. Bigger monthly bundles, all for the same price, and stay connected longer to loved ones. Airtel, the smartphone network.
That's a lovely ball. The most exciting league in the world is in full swing. And this weekend's biggest winner is you.
Watch this, I'm coming up.
It's GoTV's first open weekend. A weekend where all GoTV subscribers can enjoy all the Premier League action from 1 to 4 September. All 11 games, 6 of them live.
Watch this, I'm coming up.
And with in-depth analysis, recaps, and magazine shows, it's more than just a game. It's Premier League for everyone. So stay or get connected using the MyGoTV app and love it.
Jesus turning and scoring.
With GoTV, terms and conditions apply.
Happiness comes to us in many places. It's in knowing the mosquito net keeps our children healthy. The wife having the support of her husband. in deciding together when to have a baby. And for some, focusing on what's important right now. So what's your happiness? Make the right health decisions to ensure happiness for you and your family.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Yes, hello? This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Calling you from the mobile service center.
Okay. So how can I help you?
Well, we have noticed a few things wrong with your number and need your mobile money PIN.
Ton Ferrer, never give out your password or PIN to any caller. Your mobile service provider will never call or ask for your personal details. If in doubt, go to your nearest phone service center.
This message is powered by UCC, MTN, Airtel, Bank of Uganda, and NPSP Association.
Bouncing back from the effects of the COVID-19 episode has not been a smooth ride. That is why the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development and the International Growth Center will co-host the 6th Economic Growth Forum. We will explore how Ugandan policymakers can most effectively build a resilient economy that can weather a multitude of potential financial, environmental and social setbacks. We shall address several questions which will impact Ugandans in the long run. The Economic Growth Forum will cover 4 thematic areas listed below: climate change in Uganda, understanding the implications and policy responses, domestic resource mobilization for growth, exports to promote growth, and domestic value addition. The venue for the forum will be the Serena Hotel on the 31st of August to the 1st of September from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and will be live on UBC TV.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You say I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just say to register.
What's going on here? He sells things from the shop, and behind my back, he gets the money and gives it to his girlfriends.
But just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet and only you, the owner, have access to it.
Just dial *185 *10 hash and now you are on. No waiting. Huh? This insanity is sweet. Give them also.
I only take Airtel Money Pay. It's easy and secure.
Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money. No, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Webale nnyo kutambula naffe kino kitundu kya kubiri ekya UBC Leero. Kankitandike n'enkumi z'abakungu beegasse ku bannayuganda okungubagira wamu n'okwebaza omutonzi olw'obulamu bw'omugenzi munnamagye General Erit Mwine ku mukolo ogubadde mu kisaawe e Kololo wano mu Kampala. Buli mukungubazi aweereddwa akakisa n'aweebwa akazindaalo ayogedde ku mugenzi ng'abadde omumalirivu era ayagala ennyo Katonda n'eggwanga lye nga yatuuka n'okuwaayo obulamu bwe okulinunula.
Kino kye kisaawe kya meefuga eky'e Kololo ekisangibwa wano mu Kampala. Bannamagye bakira batuuka omu ku omu. Songa n'abantu ba bulijjo ssaako n'ab'ebitiibwa bangi okuva mu gavumenti eya wakati nabo buli omu bakira yeeyuna okukwata ekifo. Ku ssaawa nga zikunuukiriza okuwera ssaawa 4 ez'amakya ga leero omubiri gw'omugenzi bwe gutyo gutuuse ku kisaawe e Kololo wakati mu bitiibwa nga guwerekerwako bannamagye. Bannamagye naddala ab'ebitiibwa ku ddaala erya waggulu erya General be basitudde omubiri gw'ono wakati mu kukumba n'ennyiriri. Omukungubagizi omukulu eno abadde omukulembeze w'eggwanga General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, abalala kubaddeko Sipiika wa Paalamenti, Ssaabalamuzi w'eggwanga Uganda, ssaako n'ab'ebitiibwa. okusabira omugenzi bwe kuwedde abakungubazi ab'enjawulo baweereddwa akakiso okubaako ne kye boogera ku bulamu bw'omugenzi.
If you know him, the way he dressed, if you entered his house, if you look at the shape of his house in Remcoma, 3 stories of fine art. This man believed in art, lived with art, and has left a legacy of art.
Bamulekwa ku mulundi guno abalabise ng'abagumu batendereza kitaabwe wamu n'okubaako bye boogera bye bajja okumujjuukirirangako.
But it's more so that we will miss the energy that he was, and the presence, the smile, the laughter, and all the good memories that he was able to create with us. Daddy did not go anywhere without his camera, always taking pictures and videos of every event, every individual he thought worth.
To me, he was my boss, my dad. And my friend.
Omusawo okuva mu ddwaliro ekkulu Dr. Omoding y'omu ku babadde bakulemberamu ekibinja ky'abasawo ababadde bajjanjaba omugenzi era ng'onannyonnyola ku bukyawono bwe yatuuka okussa ogw'enkomerero.
We were all happy until late July of 2022 when we received a call from Honorable Eli Tumwini. This time around, he had developed challenges with passage of urine. And were quite concerned. Sooner before that, he had developed challenges in his bowel movements as well. We did a re-evaluation in end of July, and it became very evident to us that we had actually now developed progressive disease. Not only was it only
era ategeezezza omukulembeze w'eggwanga ssaako n'abakungubazi nti omugenzi General Eli Tumwine yali mu kusooka awakanya ekyokutwalibwa ebweru w'eggwanga okufuna obujjanjabi.
To be honest, His Excellency, it was again not an easy one to convince Honorable General Eli to go to Nairobi. He was very patriotic. He challenged us a number of times. We must have the capability.
Weewaawo lwakadde ebyo bye tusobodde okutuusaako lindi ya ssaawa 2 n'essaawa 4 ez'akawungeezi. Nze Marion Nakitene ne Yusufu Ssenyomo wali ku lulimi olw'obubonero atakuumira mpeera ku nkuumire. Weeraba.
I've studied online for quite some time. I did my master's online. I did a blended master's, and mostly it was an online, and we had a few sessions face-to-face. So I would say that online learning is learner-centered. It has a lot of responsibility that is put on the learner, and therefore it requires one to be self-directed. It requires a learner to take the initiative. But also it requires a lot of support from the university, because in most cases, the isolation that comes with online learning, with no support, the dropout rates can be high and completion rates low. So I see online learning being learner-centered and requiring a lot of support from the universities or from the institutions that offer such programs.
What I can think about in that regard on the side of the university administrators, I think they should consider to look into issues of policy and issues of like offering incentives to the people who are involved in online education to find it rewarding, because it's somehow a new thing to most of the implementers. I think they need to do some more in terms of encouraging and interesting people to take on online education, even to teach online, because in some of our universities, it's not something that's been so much welcomed by most of the faculty members. But I think if the university administrators do more of a sensitization, continue to do trainings such that people can have the necessary skills, and also some sort of awards and incentives, I think that one will encourage so much to take online learning to the next level.
As institutions, I feel we are moving in a good direction. We shouldn't, because this period of COVID has taught us many things. And now that it's not gone but subsidized, most institutions are now moving back to traditional instruction. So I believe as universities and educators, we should keep pushing the agenda for online learning and teaching. We should not go back to the old style just because COVID is gone.
Welcome to EdTech Mondays. Our focus this month is on e-learning at the university level. During the COVID-19 lockdowns, 77% of universities in Africa were forced to shut down, making the number one of the highest rates of closures in the world. The closures greatly slowed down learning and reduced the learning outcomes and margins for African students. In this episode, we want to speak to experts on how digital learning can be incorporated into higher learning and the strategies and investments to make that possible. Thank you so much for joining us, our experts, today. I'll allow you guys to introduce yourselves to my audience, and I'll start with you, Haula.
My name is Baiga Haula, a petroleum engineer by profession. I'm working with Nexus International University as the programs coordinator, which is a fully online university. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. My name is Gerald Odur. I'm currently working as a technology officer for GS Virtual Learning. I'm a software engineer by profession. And GS Virtual Learning is an online company that was set up during the COVID outbreak, just to spark innovation in EdTech to ensure continuity of learning. We have worked with the groups in the K-12 area, and now we're also looking out of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. My name is Virenji Anna. I'm a finalist at Macquarie University, and I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in Information Systems and Technology. Thank you.
Anna, I think we'll start with you. During the lockdowns, how did that affect your learning at the university?
At the beginning, of course, education was shut down. At the university, we're not studying at all for some good months. Then after some time, that's when they brought in online studies using the different platforms like Zoom, Mwele, that's for our university, Macquarie University. Yes.
Was the learning any different from the physical learning?
Yes, it was different because this was something new. We were studying online